Hello, we are back once again out on the hot iron. It is a wonderful Thursday evening. I am out of class, and more importantly, I did not have class the next day, so I knew I was going to spend my time trackside, seeing whatever I could find. Unfortunately, I'll admit, this day started off rather tragically. I discovered that the parking garage, where I recorded the vast majority of my trains in the spring, I cannot go back there. It seems that there has been an issue of people riding up on bikes there and breaking into cars. So security came up to me. They said that I wasn't in trouble or anything, but they said the business owners just didn't want anyone back there. So rip to that spot. You served your purpose well. Fortunately, there are plenty of bridges in this area, so I just went to the one that was right down the street, where we can see Howell Y, and we can see the CSX train that is heading over the Y, going to work one of the local industries in the area. After this train cleared, I decided to plop myself back to the business that lies right adjacent to the Howell Y camera, and we can see that there's some intermodal train with a duo of dash lines on it, sitting right outside of Inman Yard. Fortunately for us, the rails will become active very quickly, as coming off the Greenville district is Norfolk Southern 153 heading by Inman Yard. This manifest train, when I'm home, this is like the main one that we get through our line. We used to have two other southbounds, but unfortunately due to stuff like PSR, those things are now gone. But at least we still have one. And this train is definitely a prime catch that I like to see when I'm back home. And it's cool that I get to see it here even in Atlanta. Norfolk Southern and CSX share the Y, so when there's a Norfolk Southern train going over the Y, like we have one right here, the CSX trains are blocked. And so now that this Norfolk Southern train is coming to an end, finally the tracks will be cleared so that other trains can come through.
Oh my God.
At least that's what I thought before I looked in the distance as soon as this train ended to see another CSX train moving in the background. Frankly, I don't even know how I didn't peep there was a track back there, because when I chased that Mack from Howell Y to Inman, that Mack was on that track. So I unfortunately missed this train, and I will never know what was leading it. And now seeing that there was an action that I was going to miss if I stayed at my present spot, I decided to move to a bridge I have not visited prior, but that I passed by when I was chasing that Mack. This bridge overlooks the CSX W and A subdivision, which is where that CSX train on our left is, and it also overlooks the south end of Inman Yard. As we can see, there are strings of loaded well cars, that Norfolk Southern train that we saw earlier, and the CSX train rolling in the distance, and the track that, oh, what would you know, has nothing to do with Howell Y. It was a very beautiful golden hour evening today, and honestly, I probably would have gone to the opposite side of the bridge if it were not for that fence. I'm assuming people be checking stuff at the train, so they had to put something there for the crews and such. Eventually, the CSX manifest continued on its way, and I sat here waiting for whatever action would come up next. Since I was right outside Inman Yard, I was assuming something would be coming on Norfolk Southern, and I was not wrong. Behind us, you can see a yard set that's moving, in addition to a loaded coal train that's coming south. As the coal train approaches, the Norfolk Southern train that we initially saw begins to pull out of the yard just a little bit, and thus we have a little bit of a nice train race here on the bridge. The Atlanta magic returns once again, as the yard set that we had seen earlier decides to come out of Inman and join the race down south as it pulls out of the yard doing some shunting moves. With the yard train coming to a halt and an intermodal train off in the distance, the DPUs of this loaded coal train chug on by. And as these rear engines continue off, the intermodal train and the yard select start reversing. The intermodal to couple up to that well car set, and the yard train back into Inman Yard to do more. After this little burst of action, stuff was cooled down a little until I literally got jump scared by the CSX train. I have no way of knowing where CSX trains are unless someone gives updates, and this was not a train that popped up on the radar. as this CSX train goes on the left, the empty coal train that I actually see when I first came out suddenly appears rounding the curve. And it is at this point, ladies and gentlemen, where I made a critical miscalculation. You see, I pointed out earlier that there is a fence on the opposite side of the bridge. But me and my infinite intelligence, I wanted to see if there was an opening on the very end of the bridge down the road where I could get a better glimpse of the yard, right? Unfortunately, there was not. I did not realize that the bridge, that fence continues all the way until a tree line, and then you're just looking at CSX. So you can't see Inman Yard at all. And I was not able to return back to the other side of the bridge before the DPUs came. And just look at what the power set was on the back of this train. Bro, I cannot believe I let this happen, bro. The one time I attempt this move, and there are two Macs, one H2 and one executive on the rear of this coal train. I kid you not, to this day, I have yet to see any DPU set that was better than this. And here it is getting blocked by some fence, bro. I managed to salvage some footage from between the gaps, but bro, this is not how it was supposed to go, man. Sorry! Well, anyways, after this, the yard power set wasn't moving, and I didn't see anything coming out of Inman, so I went back to the first bridge where we started our journey at to see that the intermodal train that we had seen working before had now completed its coupling and was continuing on south to wherever its destination was. And with this intermodal gone, our final train tonight will be yet another southbound. This one a manifest, chugging hard, trying to pull out of the uphill climb from Inman Yard. This is a rare sighting of me actually out here past sunset. I do not like being out here at night. I don't think I need to say much as to why. There are certain areas I know I'm gonna get robbed if I go there at night, bro. Fortunately, I'm in a more chill area, but legit, as soon as I finished filming this video, some homeless man came up to me and started talking to me and following me a little bit as I was trying to go back to campus.
Incredible.
Fortunately, we was chilling, no stress. All I knew I had to do was that as soon as this train was finished, I was going back to my room. this was a good day. A nice little post-lecture outing that I was able to have. Got some nice footage, even if I messed up those little Macs. It was a good day. I hope you all enjoyed, and as always, God bless. I'll see you soon, out on the high iron.